Question number 3. The formula for the cost of hiring a skip is given below. Cost of hire equals number of days times £40 plus the delivery charge. Jack hired a skip for 5 days and the cost was £250. So if I wrote that in my formula, the cost is 250 and it's equal to 5 days times 40 plus the delivery charge. Okay, and this is what we're going to be working out in a minute. So when I'm doing this question, 5 times 40 is £200. So 200 plus the delivery charge equals 250. So to get from 200 up to 250, the answer is going to be £50 because 250 take away 200 is £50. So my delivery charge is £50. Part B. On another occasion, Jack hired a skip for £350. So this time, the cost of the hire is £350, and that's equal to the number of days. Right, that's what they're asking us to find. So it's the number of days times 40 plus the delivery charge. And the delivery charge is £30. So I'm working out something times 40, add 30, makes 350. So when I'm working this out, I would do either try numbers and do times it by 40 and add 30 until I get the 350, or I can solve it like an equation. The opposite of plus 30 is take away 30. So I've got something times 40 makes £320. So then the opposite of times 40 is divide by 40. And then you're saying, how many 4s in 32 is 8? The zeros can cancel themselves out. So it's going to be 8 days. Question number 4. This is a pictogram. Okay, and they're telling us that each of these boxes represents, the 4 boxes together represents 20 athletes. So if I'm drawing Europe, it's going to be 2 of them boxes because the one makes 20 and the second one makes 40. Africa is 30, so the one represents 20, and now I need to make another 10. So because that represents 20, I'm going to draw half of that square. So it's 2 little squares, because each little square represents 5. Asia, a full square of box of 4 represents 20. Another 2 represents 10, and I need another corner to make it a 5, to make 35. The Americas, as we said, the 4 squares make 20, another 4 squares represents 40, another one makes it Americas equal to 60, and I'm another 10 short, so because each little square is 5, that's 2 of them. Australasia, 5, 10, 15, 20. I need another 5, so I need one little corner, and that makes 25. On the centimetre squared paper on the next page, draw a bar chart to represent that information. My maximum value is going to be 70 when I'm going upwards. I've got 5 continents to draw. So if I'm going over to draw the bar chart and my maximum value is 70, I'm going to think, what's a good scale to go up in? If I were to go up in 5s, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. That fits in lovely. So going up, I'm going to do my total, going up on the side, the frequency, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75. Going across, I got 5 countries. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to represent each country with 2 squares. Alright, let's do that. So the first country on the question was Europe, and that represented 40 people. So I'm going to write Europe, and that's 40 people. So what I'm going to do is draw a line across from 40, come straight down, and that's where 40 people is. The next question, the next one is Africa, which was 30. So Africa, making sure when you do this in the exam using a pencil and ruler, Africa is across 30 and down. I can write on that one, Africa. Going across the next one, Asia is 35. So 30, 35, so it's going to be 30 to 35. I'm going to draw my line straight down. Oops, I've gone a little bit up above there. So I'm going to represent 35. And that one is going to be Asia. The next one, the Americas. The Americas was 70. So I'm going to go all the way up to 70. That's why I didn't rub it out, because I could see I needed to go up anyway and join it in. Go across two little bars and come all the way down the Americas. And the last one is Australasia, and Australasia is 25. So I'm going to go to 25 across and down and write Australasia. And label it, so going across we got the continent, and then going up, making sure frequency. Okay, so for that one would be enough to get you the full 4 marks. The examiner would be looking to see 1 mark for both labels, both axes being labelled. Another mark would be a uniform scale by going up in the same amount. You need your 5 bars to be equal width going across. Okay, and that's how you draw the bar chart. Right, going on to part C, write down the mode. The mode is the one that comes up the most, so the most is the Americas, because it's 70 people. And part D, find the probability. So probability is a fraction. On top goes the amount that you can get to win over the total amount of situations or athletes on the bottom. So find the probability that an athlete chosen at random from this group comes from Africa. So from Africa, we have 30 people. So on top becomes 30, and then the number of athletes on the bottom. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add up 40, add 30 makes 70, plus 35 is 105, plus 70 is 175, plus 25 is 200. So the answer to this is 30 out of 200, which I could cancel down by taking the 1 0 off the end of both of them, by dividing by 10, and that becomes 3 out of 20. Question 5. 3 identical rectangles measuring 7 centimeters by 3 centimeters. So if I'm going to write on here, this one is going to be 7 across. Okay, going across here, that's a 3. There's a 7 going up there because it's 7 long. I can see clearly that's a 3 centimeters. And the one going across there is a 7 centimeters. This one going down is 3. And now there's 2 lengths that I haven't worked out. This one going across there, to work out the missing length there, is going to be, because we know that little bit is 3, because the line at the bottom is 3, and all the way across is 7, it means this length is 4 centimeters. And similarly, this gap is missing here, because it's 7 going down, and this little bit is 3, because it's the same length as the same width as the rectangle there. The missing gap is going to be 4. When I'm finding the perimeter of the shape, the rim of the shape is the distance around the outside. So the perimeter is the outside. So I'm going to start in the bottom corner and walk around. So if I'm going across, it'd be 7 plus 3 plus 7 plus 4 plus 3 across 7, down 3, down another 4, across 7, and then down the last 3. And when you add these values up on, okay, the missing, you get 48 centimeters. So it's 48 centimeters. Okay, it's important, you know, you do fill in the missing sides on there. When you're calculating the area of the shape, the area is the amount of space inside, and the area of a rectangle is length times the width. So each of these rectangles, I'm going to find the area of each rectangle, and the area of one is 7 across by 3. So that's 7 times 3. The area of 2 is also 7 times 3, and the area of 3 is also 7 times 3. And what I'm going to do is add the 3 together. 21, add 21, add 21 is 63. And the units of area is always centimetre squared.